Hello, folks. How's everybody doing out there? Oh my goodness. What a day. I don't know about where you are, but we always seem to talk about the weather for whatever reason. And I am in upstate South Carolina and it's awfully wet here. But as I was talking to my today's co-host who came in to join me from the community, from the Super Mega Ultimate Righteous fans, section of our membership, I always invite everybody to come on in, and anybody else that wants to do that, just click the link that's in the space that we have set up, and you can come join us as well. So the question is always, where are you from? Country, city, state? And I'm going to invite Jolyn. Hey, Jolyn, how are you?
Here. Good afternoon. I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah, awesome.
And I think you've sent the rain our way because it's just clouds are rolling in, thunder's starting up. Hadn't quite started raining yet though.
So, do you think I did that?
Maybe it was just Mother Nature. I don't know.
All right, there you go. Yeah, we're going to talk about today. Today's topic on the show is editing software. What editing software do you use? But before we get there, I think there's a couple people that put some comments, including yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go check that out real quick. I think you put greetings from low country. There you go. Yeah. Greetings from the other low country of Southern California using the proper time zone. That is not the proper time zone, sir. No, I'm just kidding. Just back from the dentist in South Florida. I've never heard of dentist in South Florida. Is that a new town or something? I didn't know what that was. So there you go. Got Mike from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Awesome sauce. Excellent day. This is all good. Appreciate the comments. Keep the comments coming and ask or input. Give us input for anything you have and want to talk about. But yeah, we're talking about today editing software. So I want to go just kind of do a quick screenshot. These are just some of them. I'm not at all meant to be inclusive, and I might not choose yours, but I'm real curious to hear what you guys do. And then Jolyn, we'll get into conversation about it in just a second. But I wanted to just kind of share my screen so you can see which ones I'm talking about. So, or just ones that I brought up or whatever. So let's get this on screen. There we go. Let me take off the banner real quick and then just go straight to, here we go. All right. So this one right here. So for example, this one is Canva. This is a very popular one. I know a lot of people use Canva to do some of their editing for posts or thumbnails or Instagram stuff or Facebook stuff or all kinds of different things. I know it's very, very popular, and there's a lot that they're doing with AI and stuff and bringing that in. Another free one that's out there is DaVinci Resolve. So I wanted to bring that one up. This is absolutely free. So I wanted to share that and talk about that one. I know that some people use that. And also I do want to add that you may use more than one. 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐞𝐫𝐧 is one that's out there that's very, very popular as well. It's one that I use in particular, and I think Jolyn does too. So we'll touch on that and talk on that a little bit in just a second. A very popular one that's been around for a long time is Adobe, and I believe it's I put it on photography, but I think it's the other one. I can't remember what it. Let's see what it is. It's photo editing or something. I don't know. It's not Photoshop.
It was Lightroom.
Stream Elements, right? Adobe Stream Elements. Isn't that what it is? Or is it not Stream Elements?
I'm not familiar with that. No.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, somebody else could help us out with that one. So another one was Filmora. Filmora is a big one that people use. Especially like on mobile because it's web-based and stuff like that. So same with Canva, things like that. But I'm real curious to hear what everybody uses because I thought this to be an interesting topic because it's getting more and more popular in what people want to do. Or even some people, instead of just using like a slide, even PowerPoint or Google Slides or anything for that. So I just wanted to at least bring it up and talk about it and see what people thought. Now, Jolyn, you gave me a little insight to this ahead of time. What are you using? What do you use whenever you're creating something like
that? I still use from time to time a little program called View, which would still fit on a floppy disk that I've used since the early 90s. Just real straightforward, simple, and good for simple changes in cropping and resizing. So that's one way to treat photos. Photoshop, I've been teaching since 95. Photoshop Elements is what I got into. So I taught Photoshop Elements for a long time. I don't use it as often as I used to, but I needed a gradient background.
Yeah.
I know exactly how to do it there. I was in there and out of it in 2 minutes. I mean, that's my familiarity is such that's rather than going to something like Canva or Pixlr or some of the other online editing software, which is, I mean, the services out there are amazing, and I've tried them and looked at them, but I'm so familiar with that neck of the woods.
And that's a great point. You bring up a great point, a fantastic point. It's what you get used to too. So a lot of them do a lot of the same things, but it's different shortcuts, it's different menus, it's different things like that.
Different icons. The icons. Yes. So, you might be familiar with the paintbrush, but then there's the bucket, and what is that? And it's all of that stuff. But
that's right.
And then I had the opportunity to start using Camtasia a couple of years ago through the Computer Club, and they had bought a 3 license deal from Camtasia. We got it through a nonprofit help software thing, and I've been using it ever since. I now pay for it. I just got the latest 2023 version, downloaded that yesterday, and Snagit along with that. Snagit is how I do almost all of my slide preparation for the intro and the outro of a video that I do for the Computer Club. And that's pretty much. And then, were you talking about Adobe Premiere before the video editing?
I think somebody put it out here.
Mike put that in there, of course. And I also know Premiere Elements and use that. But Camtasia, man, that just. I can't put it this way. For me, Camtasia rocks.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. We got Dr. Stewart in the house from Scotland. Good to see you, sir. Is that a pint? I like that.
A pint? No, wait.
I like that. Canva is great. Yes, I agree. Canva is a good one. I pay for it as well. And like you, Camtasia is my go-to, mostly for doing most of my video editing and stuff like that. DaVinci Resolve is great for more serious video editing. I totally agree with that. And it's kind of cool because I think you can take out like video background and stuff. So it's really involved in it, or it has the potential. Which is super cool. And then Cyberlink Director Suite 365. You know what? I use this one on my Chromebook for a long time because Heather got me into that one. That was pretty cool. Did that. And it just got overwhelming and just something, again, it's a whole different set of menus and stuff, but it's awesome to hear what some of the people, what everybody's using out there. So it's really interesting. Canva and Filmora. There you go. I had DaVinci Resolve and want to learn the Final Cut Pro. Yep. I get it. Richard says, I use Canva somewhat, also in-app adjusting, Snapseed, Google Photos, editing tools, image creator. Yep. In Bing. Yeah. All of those are super cool. Sometimes you just need to do some quick changing and things like that. Hoping that Camtasia's new version brings some features. I totally agree with you on that one.
That's what I'll be checking on. That's what I'll be checking on as soon as we're finished here.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I like some of the new stuff. I'm wondering if my system will be able to handle it. Just kidding. Chris uses Camtasia.
But that is a point, is so many of these really powerful softwares require a powerful machine.
Yeah, that's right.
So you got to be able to run them.
And Richard says, I use free version of everything. You kind of brought it up, and I wanted to bring that up as well. What surfaces do you pay for? So a lot of these, or most of these now, do paid services or a monthly fee. One-time buy is kind of awesome, but they do the monthly fee thing. So it's a matter of, that also becomes a factor that you have to weigh in and figure out and say, okay, well, which one's going to be more cost effective, et cetera, and that kind of stuff. So great point brought up by Richard on that one. Snagit sometimes, says Geeks on Tour. There you go. Scott Scowcroft, greetings from Seattle. I use Premiere But see, there are a ton of AI editing options out there. Yeah, I know. Canva's built it right in, all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot of things going on with that kind of stuff too, creating less work. One that I recently have started to test and use, not video editing, but just was like creating thumbnails. I did a couple of them with the Microsoft, what was it? Microsoft
Designer.
Designer. Thank you. Designer. Yes.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's something different, something new. So real curious to see if you're watching this later too. Tell us what services you pay for. Even the ones that you don't pay, just tell us what your editing software is. I'd love to see and know what some of you guys' editing software is that you use. I just thought this to be a topic that's kind of relevant right now. And some of you might not use anything. Some of you might have somebody do it for you. So let us know that too. I'm just real curious. I always like to learn a little bit and learn a little bit more about what other people are doing and using.
It's funny how sometimes, I mean, there are certain features in this program that work great, but if I want to do something a little different, I'll go to the other program, or so it really depends on the task at hand for me as far as what I'm going to use for an editing.
Valid point.
Editing attack.
Yeah, that's right. Editing attack is probably it too. So there's lots of people that like to go the free route. There's a lot of free stuff, but then they limit some of the capabilities of the free software to get you to try and buy. So, and sometimes that's very unappealing. So some people stay away from certain products because of that. So Mike says, 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐞𝐫𝐧, Canva are paid. Yes, they are paid for. We pay whenever we can. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Yeah, so just don't upgrade the version. Just keep the old one. That's kind of an idea too, just to try and do something like that. But anyway.
Yeah, because I still have Adobe Photoshop Elements and Premiere Elements on my system, but it's version 2021. And I don't need to, because of the access to other newer software now, I still can use it, but I'm not ready to pay again for the same software.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Affinity Photo Designer Publisher are all one-time purchase with replaces an expensive monthly Adobe Creative Suite subscription. That's for sure. Yeah, Adobe
Affinity Photo is excellent.
Yeah. And now with all the AI creation stuff and all this kind of stuff, you pay $10 a month, $50 a month, $20. Everybody's trying to get a piece of the action. I understand that some of this stuff has to get paid for, but oh my gosh, I can't see. You have to really heed caution, I think, when you're out there doing this kind of stuff. And once you're familiar one, I think it's a good idea to stick with that. Now, granted, prices go up, things change, all that kind of stuff. But if you can, if it's possible, try to stay with it if you can, just for consistency and to help you to not get tired of it. Because I think that's the biggest thing, is to not to feel like, okay, am I going to get tired of this, or am I burnt out on this? That kind of thing. Things that can make it easier.
And that can happen.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I slowed down a bunch on my actual creating of videos and stuff, even on my YouTube channel. I've really cut down on that kind of stuff, but it'll all come back, I think. I mean, it just goes in full circle. Topaz Labs has software that uses AI to upscale videos, such as taking old SD video to HD or 1080 or video to 4K. Yeah, that is interesting. That's kind of cool. Thanks for the share on that. I think that's interesting. Didn't even know about that one. And I know a lot of people are doing that kind of stuff. There's a lot of cool tools that are coming out and that kind of stuff. Yep, just wanted to have that topic, at least bring it up and share with people and see what everybody's thoughts are on this particular subject. If anybody else has anything else, we'll start wrapping up here in about 5 minutes. We got about 5 more minutes here that we can talk or go over anything. Is anybody else wanting to bring up anything or an idea that you have? Or I know, like OBS. I just wanted to suggest that too, because OBS, a lot of people will do recordings with that because you can get the screen capture and all that kind of stuff. What were you going to say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was going to say that also. I mean, with the like PowerPoint and slides and that the advancements that those programs have made to be able to do the editing within the program, so you don't have to go outside the program to do it.
Valid point.
I think Microsoft has really done a good job with that. I use both PowerPoint and slides. I have used what's the Apple one?
Oh,
I never can remember.
I think somebody mentioned it, didn't they? Is that the one that's oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
With it's their Office suite on Apple, and I can't. It's not coming. Somebody out there will. But anyway. It's they've done a good job at updating how those tools are used for presentations, and that along with that, so there's a whole nother direction without even having to open a dedicated image editing or video editing software. So
totally agree. And I think that is theirs Final Cut Pro, or is that something different?
Oh no, I'm talking about this the
slide
PowerPoint, the PowerPoint equality on that's equal to PowerPoint on the Apple, and it's just I'm blanking on it right now.
Yeah, true. I got you.
I don't live in that realm.
A lot of apps have their own editing tools to do different things. That is true, Richard. Very true. So. Yes, absolutely. That is a very common thing. All right. We're going to start wrapping up. Final Cut Pro is Apple. Yes, I do understand that. Final Cut Pro. But what is the slide?
What's the slide presentation?
Yeah, significant part to PowerPoint. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anybody do those? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, now you're going to make me go and climb into my iCloud account to figure it out.
There you go. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up here. I appreciate, Jolyn, you coming on and joining. I love having some of our members come in and chat with us and everything. It's awesome. We will see everybody in the Backstage Pass. I'll be in the Backstage Pass in about a couple minutes. So anybody, you guys know where to get the link there. If not, I will definitely put the link into the tinkering section so you can join the Backstage Pass. If you want to think about becoming a member, hit the join button. It's actually here. I'm going to move myself over this way. I'm going to bring myself on this screen, and it's right down here. It should be right down below all of this. There should be a join button that you can come join us and be a member and do some of this fun stuff and have the behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff and everything else. Keynote?
Yes, Mike. Yes, Keynote is the one I was trying to think of. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
Keynote.
Definitely.
Yes.
And I've used that. I did a presentation for Apple on the Office suites for all three, and so I've used Keynote too. So
wow, see, you're so smart.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Bye, guys.
Hey, we'll see you in the backstage. Any members, come on in. If you're not a member, sign up to be a member, and I'll bring you on in. All right, thanks everybody. Take care, Jolyn. Again, thank you very much. Appreciate everybody. Bye, all.